Hey there, gorgeous. It's always nice to see you step through my door. Now, come a bit closer as I tell you about the lore-heavy mini-painting extravaganza that is Moonbreaker, developed by Unknown Worlds Entertainment, who are absolute veterans of the industry. They've developed cult classics such as Natural Selection 2 and, even more famously, Subnautica. Now slip Brandon Sanderson into the mix, who just may be my hands-down favorite fantasy author, just ever, and you've got yourself a fantastic sounding game. When I heard he was attached to this game, I was immediately praying to the gods that Moonbreaker would win the quick review vote last month, which it did, so I'm so happy. Also, that does remind me to let you know that there's currently a vote up for the next quick review video, so go give that a look-see if you'd like to have your voice heard on what the next quick review video is. Anyhow, Brandon Sanderson, Moonbreaker. It's a good combo. Moonbreaker does something very special that not a lot of turn-based games have pulled off: personality. Each mini is a fully fledged character with a whole-ass backstory and personality, and it absolutely shines through. With the help of some top-tier voice acting, including but not limited to Matthew Mercer, and the excellent mini designs, this game makes the characters feel inherently more valuable to you, and you'll find yourself sad when they get disintegrated on the battlefield. And some of the voice lines are just fucking hilarious. Now, let's talk about those backstories. Available are 3 Adventures in Odyssey style audiobooks, which is essentially like a movie, but with only the audio. Each of these tell a story from the life of some of the characters in the game, sometimes just one, sometimes multiple in one. I've listened to each of these, and I can confirm that they're pretty good. Nothing particularly mind-blowing, but if you want to give one a try, I recommend Zax's story. It was intriguing and very entertaining. It's also the one with Matthew Mercer, so I mean, what else do I gotta say? Outside of that, each mini has a relatively in-depth backstory paragraph or two on their respective screens, and the voice lines for the characters do tie in with these backstories relatively often, so I do recommend reading them and listening to the audio stories if you have the time. It really does enhance the experience. I will say that the lack of a story mode is an absolute tragedy, especially when you've got Brandon Sanderson in your corner, but I'm sure that's coming later, as this is still early access. Now let's talk about the other main draw of this game, the mini painting. While you can technically earn new skins for your minis, you can just paint them yourself. So how good is this mini painting? It's pretty damn good. When you start painting on a surface, your paint will stay within the lines, so it's pretty easy to do with a mouse without much hassle. There's your typical washes and primers and such, which if you don't paint minis at all, that probably sounds like humbo jumbo, but just trust me on this, they hit all the essential things you need to make your designs pop. My only issue with the painting is that they do restrict the paints you can use, like the colors. They give you a decent selection, they do, but it's just limited enough that they can lock some colors that you really want behind a battle pass, and I really don't like that. But other than that, the freedom with the painting is pretty great, and I found it pretty relaxing. Check out my paint job for Zax. I'm pretty proud of it. It's not done though, so. But you like it, right? Please tell me you like it. Now let's talk gameplay. What do you get to do with your freshly painted minis? There's the base game mode, which can be played versus real players or AI. It's a relatively simple mode, but fantastically fun. You each have one commander who's incredibly beefy, and each turn you slowly have more and more mana that you can expend to summon more units to help your commander defeat the other. The victory condition being you brutally massacring the other fellow's poor commander. And while this game mode is relatively simple and plays like many other turn-based games, it's so incredibly charming with its characters and art design that you feel engrossed in each match. At least I did. I know that this didn't work for some people. Reading the Steam reviews definitely gives quite the spread of reactions, but you're here to hear what I have to say, so fuck them. Listen here, I've got you covered. Alright? Now, aside from the base game mode, there is one more version of play: Cargo Run. Cargo Run turns this game into a roguelike. You choose your commander, but then the rest of your units are completely randomized. The goal of Cargo Run is to defeat 5 other commanders, one after each other, each representing a different challenge. And crates will drop and you'll receive bonuses from them when you collect them. They can be things like extra units, or maybe extra currency to buy more units, or they can heal all your units, that type of thing. It's just a pretty damn good game mode added in that allows some variability to the game. What I would like to see before full release for Moonbreaker is utilizing its versatile gameplay more, since the game modes you could make without having to change the gameplay too much is a pretty large web. A large battle mode would be awesome. Maybe have like 3 players per team or something on a huge map. That could be super cool, especially fun with friends, I think. And of course, while I'm sure this is on its way, a story mode would be excellent, especially with Brandon Sanderson's phenomenal writing. Also, quick sidebar, if you don't know Brandon Sanderson, go read Elantris and Mistborn right now. They're fucking amazing books. I own them. I love them. The pages are only a little sticky. Anyhow, thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this Brandon Sanderson lovin' video, give it a lovely little like. If you'd like to see more content like this, I'd love to have you around, so give that subscribe button a nice caress. But most importantly, have a goddamn wonderful day, and don't die. Ciao.